We're talking about the 4 cornerstones for strategic living. In this episode, I want to share with you a little more about the idea of personal healing. As you well know, if you've watched any of our videos or you've been on our website much, that we have a strong emphasis, a very strong passion to see people healed from the inside out. In fact, my own story, which you can find more about here on the site, is so paramount to why I do what I do. And this personal healing piece, to me, is essential. In fact, it's number one in the 4 cornerstones for a reason, because I believe a person cannot become everything, the full expression, no limitations of that which God created them to be, unless they've really dealt with these inner issues of brokenness, being fractured, the soul being split, these types of things that we talk so much about here on the program. Well, let me talk to you about personal healing. The process of personal healing begins when you and I acknowledge there's something in us that needs to be reconciled, to be healed, so that we can take our life to the next level. Understand this. The next level for you, which means the next level of productivity, the next level of success, the next level of prosperity, the next level of function and blessing and flow in your life, that next level that I know you want to arrive at is many times contingent upon us dealing with the issues that are yet unreconciled on the previous level. Things such as maybe having been abandoned as a young child, maybe the father that left the home and left you there with a single mother, and you never had that father voice in your life. You never had that word of affirmation, that word of blessing, that word of attaboy, attagirl. I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of you, daughter. That is a huge wound. And what we tend to do with these types of wounds is we stuff them away, we put them away, we don't want to deal with them. We learn to simply mask those and band-aid those. And in doing so, those things actually begin to erode at the character and the essence of who we are on the inside. Maybe it's a wound such as some form of abuse you experienced as a child, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, physical or sexual abuse. These things, even though they come and they go, maybe they pass after a season and they're no longer happening in your life, but what has transpired in the heart, in the soul, the beliefs that are formed concerning your worth, your value, these are wounds and fractures that have happened on a very deep level, and these things must be healed if you're going to become the full expression of what God's called you to be. Other areas of woundedness or healing that's needed might be, the loss of a loved one, the loss of a mother or father, maybe the premature death of a loved one early in life. There's so many things we could talk about. The broken marriage, the broken relationship with that friend that you cared so much for, the disappointment you experienced with a spiritual figure in your life or a mentor or a coach, whatever the case may be. The fact is, the beliefs that you hold, the hurts that you have buried deep inside, these things must be healed. You say, Brian, how do I go about getting these things healed? Well, it begins by acknowledging, just saying, yes, I need help. I need restoration. I need this to be healed and reconciled in my heart so that I can move on without carrying this baggage with me. That's acknowledging. Number 2 is to actually submit yourself to the process of healing, where we have to extend forgiveness, for example. We have to actually reconcile the books and say to ourselves, I will no longer allow this belief or this event or this emotion to hold me in place to keep me from moving forward in my life. We decide we're going to move forward. And the third part of that process, of course, is very simple, is that we actually step into the new thing. We step into what we've not yet allowed ourselves permission to embrace and to hold and to grasp, such as the love of someone else, such as the companionship of another mate, such as the love of a father figure, whether it's an earthly father figure or even a heavenly father figure. And boy, I could go on with so many examples, but personal healing. These are important steps that you and I must take if we're going to become all that God's called us to be. So this first cornerstone is personal healing, and I encourage you to examine your heart. Let the wall down, open up your heart to the Lord, and ask Him, shine a light here and show me what in me needs to be healed so that I can become more of what you've created me to be. My name is Brian Holmes. Thanks for joining us on this episode. We look forward to seeing you again very, very soon.